Thought of a joke. That's one oddball.
Welcome to Oddball. Terrible name, good show though. My name's Amin Elhassan. That's Charlotte Wilder. You can hear it in my voice. The Vegas is getting to me. Even though I can travel and traverse through the multiverse forward and backward in time, I'm still here. Charlotte, you're still here too.
I'm still here. I can't believe it. It's truly incredible. My voice sounds a little bit better. I think I went through the valley of Vegas, and then you get a second wind, and then you climb the mountain of Vegas again. I'm like halfway up.
Or maybe you're recording this on our first day in Vegas, and I'm recording on the last day, and we're actually from two different times communicating with one another.
Oh my God. I didn't even, there's a wormhole.
And there's
Wait,
the
can
belch.
Did you burp?
Yes, I did.
Good. Okay. Well, that was supposed to happen before we started recording.
Yep.
Yeah, Summer League's been way more mind-blowing than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I mean, like, so this is your first Summer
Yeah.
League. This is really your first time, you know, in the NBA life, right?
Yeah.
Not as a fan, not as a journalist who kind of moonlights, but
Right.
in and part of the NBA structure. You're not alone. Victor Wembanyama, also, this is his first time in the NBA structure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's gone through it all, really. He had a horrible game and had everyone say you're a bust and you'll never be good.
Mm-hmm.
He had a great game and he had everyone say, oh my God, you're gonna be the greatest player of all time. He got load managed and shut down for the rest of Summer League. He even managed to fit in a TMZ incident with Britney Spears outside a catch over at Aria. The guy has lived an entire NBA lifetime in the span of like 4 or 5 days.
He has. Do you think that that's by design? Like, do you think that was just to like have him go through all of it so that
This
it
is
got out of your system, pop,
Yeah.
like masterminding it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked if he had
Yeah.
set that up.
Britney's on the take.
Yeah, Britney's
She's
been on it.
She's just a plant. This is all a state social media event, ladies and gentlemen. But Charlotte, like
Yes.
I said, it's your first time in this life. For me, I'm the mayor of Summer League, as they like to
you
call
are.
me. So how have you experienced all of this?
I think that I've experienced it. It's been really welcoming. I don't want to sound corny, but it's actually been a very, very cool experience. And I think that, you know, I've been doing sports for a while. I've been across a lot of sports, and going into one is always a little bit, you feel like, you know, you walk into a press box and you're like, other people don't want me here. Or
Right.
you're like, oh, they're beat writers who've been doing, or they're, you know, broadcasters who've been living this for so much longer. And so I was a little apprehensive. I was like, I don't know, are they going to be like, why all of a sudden is Charlotte doing this? And instead, everyone's just been like, so welcoming. You've introduced me to so many people, and I'm excited. I'm like really excited for this next season to be able to keep going deeper.
Compare and contrast with your first week doing wrestling.
Oh my God. Wrestling. So
She covered the WWE.
Yeah, I wrote about WrestleMania having not watched it ever in my entire life. That I'm glad I didn't know how intense wrestling fans are.
Right.
When I wrote, if I knew how intense they were, I wouldn't have done it. I would be too scared. But I think that people appreciate it, fans appreciate it when you parachute in as someone who hasn't been immersed in their world and they feel seen, you know, they feel honored while at the same time acknowledging that what they love is a little bit ridiculous, because all sports are ridiculous.
Right.
So it's been sort of the same, but no less spandex.
Right. Well,
much less spandex.
You haven't.
Was
been,
I not at
clearly,
the right part of
you
Summer
literally-
League?
Yeah, you've been missing some parties then, because
Damn it.
the spandex is
You were
abound.
supposed to bring me to them.
Oh, through invite. You don't say oh, I gotta go to bed. I'm on East Coast
Okay,
time.
you went to bed.
Oh."
You went to bed
Well,
last night.
I didn't go to bed. What's last night?
I don't know.
What day
Tuesday,
is it?
Monday, Sunday, Saturday.
We don't know where we are in the timeline, but we do know where we are physically. We're stuck in Vegas.
Yeah.
But while we were in Vegas, we got to do some cool things. You got to go to the Sphere.
Yeah, why didn't you want to come to the Sphere?
I got shit to do.
Really? It doesn't blow your mind at all?
Not really. I mean, it's a big building with an LED on it.
Yeah, but it's crazy. It's like I see it and breaks my brain a little bit.
Right.
It looks like AI Photoshop.
Now, the Sphere is famously owned by, or I guess it's owned and operated by Jim Dolan and Madison Square Garden Entertainment or whatever the hell the name of their company is.
Yep.
You were worried a little bit about even being able to visit the Sphere.
I was because in 2017 I saw that Jim Dolan was playing a concert on the night of the NBA draft.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and I bought a ticket. I got there 2 hours early because I was an eager young reporter.
Mm-hmm.
And I interviewed him. And I said, do you care that the draft is going on? And he said, nope. And I said, nope. And he said, nope. And I was sort of blown away by his candor about, he was like, we didn't plan to have the concert the night of the draft, but we did. And
I mean, you kind of had to plan that. Everyone knows when the draft is.
I know. And it was 4 miles away. It was in Brooklyn, and he's at City Winery, like playing a concert. I don't know.
Okay.
So I tweeted about it, and his PR people were not pleased at all.
Well, I mean, he said something more than just, nope, I'm not at the draft. I couldn't have planned it, right?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said, he said, I think this shows you how much I care about.
Which is, when you think about it, is a pretty unnecessary comment. He could have just said, I trust the basketball people to make basketball decisions. I don't try to get meddlesome or whatever. Instead, he want to act cool and say, man, like,
you don't have to
I'm all about my music, man.
Right. Like, he's living that road life.
Yeah.
And then, it was unclear whether there was room for me to cover games at Madison Square Garden.
They got upset that you...
Yes, they did not.
And we're showing it on the screen, I'm assuming, some of the reaction there.
Yeah.
What was the worst of it?
One PR guy called my editor-in-chief and said, we hope the young lady's article isn't as nasty as her tweets.
Nasty.
I thought I was reporting. I didn't editorialize. I just said what I saw. But I do. Please let me go to the Sphere. Please let me go to Knicks games. The Knicks have sort of wormed their way into my heart, which is really embarrassing to admit as a Celtics fan. And I hope that our producers cut that out. But
the Knicks have wormed their way into your heart?
Yeah, a little bit.
How?
Living in New York.
That's
it's awful. I can't.
I grew up in New York, man.
I'm just trying to make good content. I mean.
You're failing.
I'm trying to give you something to roast
me
for.
You're failing, but I'm hoping you're going to be successful when you go and visit the Sphere that we're going to see later in the program, so stay tuned. You're going to catch Charlotte's big field trip to a big ball with a TV screen on it. Big whoop there.
Stick around.
Stick around. We've also got a lovely little game that we're going to play.
Yes?
Yeah, it's called Bet the Show.
Bet the Show?
Bet the Show.
We're going to bet the show, and you're going to figure out what that means.
I'm going to try and figure it out, too, because I have no idea, because we have producers that don't make sense. They come up with ideas, and they throw it on to us, and we're not really privy to what they actually mean, but I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
We're going to show you.
We'll show you, because
we're going to show you Bet the Show.
No more exposition. Just blah, TV show for you. It's Charlotte Wilder. It's Amin Elhassan. We're Oddball, and we're in Las Vegas. The Summer League isn't always about just shenanigans at the desk and great interviews with high-profile guests. It's about the fans, Charlotte.
It sure is.
And for more on that, here's our correspondent in the field, Charlotte Wilder.
What? Shit. You're both very tall. Do you play basketball?
I do. Here to see Wemby.
What'd you think?
I haven't really been watching.
You came here to see Victor Wembanyama and then you didn't watch him?
It's the first time, yeah.
Oh, it's their fault.
Yeah, it's their fault.
I see that you are wearing a Grady Dick jersey.
Number 1.
How do you feel about Grady Dick?
He's big.
I didn't know I was going to be on TV today.
You are. You're going to be great. How do you feel about Victor Wembanyama's debut?
He did okay. He need to put on some weight, get some more protein and some weight on him. Yeah, some more to some San Antonio tacos. You know what I mean? Like my boy Charles Barkley be saying, you know.
You think the Nuggets can repeat?
Probably going to have to go with the Celtics. They have the experience now, so.
So, first of all, I'm a Celtics fan, so thank you very much. Did they tell you that?
No, they did not.
All right. You're cool, Skylar.
It also depends a lot on injuries. You know, Embiid could get hot. Kawhi could come back. Who knows?
Grady Dick's going to be Finals MVP?
He's got to be. He's got to be. He's number 1. What's the spread?
Spread's whatever you want. The spread is the friends we made along the way, Abe. What else is going on?
Oh, we were just in here. We were doing a conference right now with Pure Sweat. Do you know who Pure Sweat is?
No. Wait, so no, but actually, are you a Lakers fan or something?
No, not at all.
Are you actually a Raptors fan?
No.
Why are you wearing a Raptors jersey?
Great stuff as always, Charlotte.
Thank you.
Did you ask anyone outside, by the way?
What?
Like, did you interview anybody outside?
Like outside the arena?
Yeah. Not everyone gets inside.
Oh my God, it's a sphere. I don't understand the sphere. Like how it looks like the Photoshop AI edition. Like I'm looking at it, there's a giant basketball on top of Las Vegas. Come on, we gotta go see the sphere. You got Trump Tower, but the only giant orange blob I'm here for is the sphere. Do you guys like the sphere? Yeah. Cool, me too. Oh, it's switching? Oh my God, it looks like seeing a robot's head without the... No, it's back. In-season tournament? Hi there, I'm Charlotte. What's your name? Shakira, do you like the sphere?
Oh, I love the sphere. I actually thought it was done last year, but they just lit it up. I was
Did you-
gonna go there for drinks or whatnot?
For drinks?
I thought it was like a dome for drinks.
A dome for drinks. That would be incredible. I feel... Oh no, you're good. Do you want to talk about the sphere? Honk if you love the sphere! Honk if you love the sphere! Honk, honk for the sphere! If I were driving by and there were a giant sphere in the background and someone was like, honk if you love the sphere, I would honk. I'm not a monster. Honk if you love the sphere! Woo! They love the sphere. The only thing we have to sphere is sphere itself. I've gotten as physically close to the sphere as you can. We're standing on the side of the highway. There's no sidewalk. I'm on one of those concrete pilings. There's barbed wire. I was gonna jump the fence. Now I'm not. You're telling me that you could figure out how to build a light up sphere with like a ton of science that's a basketball 30,000 times the size of any house, but you can't build a roster to get to the Eastern Conference Finals? This is truly mind-blowing. This is one of the greatest moments of my life. I taught Victor Wembanyama how to say "Remember the Alamo" in French. And now, I'm going to teach him never to forget the sphere. Well, this is Charlotte Wilder from Meadowlark Media, signing off from the sphere. Dude, I cannot believe you didn't want to come see that with me.
See what?
The sphere.
Is that where you've been this
Yeah,
whole time?
this whole time.
Welcome back to Oddball and Charlotte.
Yes?
Got a new game to play.
Oh, God.
It's a segment called Bet the Show. This was concocted by our crack team of producers who are not shy about pointing out their bona fides
As comedy writers.
as comedy writers from Hollywood.
Oh.
So this is what Hollywood came up with. Bet the Show,
Mm-hmm. BTS.
BTS for short. They've given us a premise,
Mm-hmm.
and we're supposed to bet whether that premise will come true or not.
Okay.
If it does,
Yes.
and we bet correctly, then we get a reward.
Okay.
If it doesn't, or if we bet incorrectly, then we get a punishment. You ready to play?
Yes, I've never been more ready for anything in my entire life.
I feel like it's going to make more sense when we actually start playing
Yes.
it than me explaining it. So let's just get started. First one we
Okay.
have.
Okay.
By the end of Summer League, you can get a player, coach, exec, or similar person of that stature to call Jokic the GOAT. Right? So the premise is Nikola Jokic, the greatest player of all time, as said by either a player, an NBA player, I should say.
Yes.
An NBA coach or an NBA exec.
And it can't be a fan. I can't
be a fan.
Okay.
It can't be a fan. It can't be a media person. You can't get Jenna Garcia out here to tell you.
Because that was going to be I was going to be like, well, if we get Jenna, then it'll probably work. But okay.
She doesn't count. Not for this game.
Okay.
Here's a wager.
Yeah.
Are you willing to bet an entire show devoted to talking about the Orlando Magic? So if you win, you can talk about anything you want, like Taylor Swift, for instance.
Oh my God, I could do like 3 hours on Taylor Swift.
But if you lose, you got to do a full episode on just the Orlando Magic. Would you take this bet, first of all?
I don't think there's any reward or any. There's nothing that could make me take this bet. I don't think that I could get a current player, coach, or GM to say that Jokic is the GOAT.
We could bet against it, though, right?
We bet against it?
There's a very lukewarm affirmative from Hollywood.
Hollywood doesn't like
Hollywood's like, yeah, I guess you could bet against it, but here's the deal. It's just he hasn't even been in the league 10 years. To call him the greatest of all time when there was a meaningful debate whether he was the greatest player of this time, and by this time I mean this season. I don't know. I don't know if you can get anyone. But then by that token, then it's easy for me to say, oh, then I would definitely take the bet and bet against it.
Right.
Right? But then the wager, is it worth it to have to talk about the Orlando Magic for an entire episode?
I'm not taking this bet.
At all. You're taking it off the board. You're not
because what? If I bet against it, I have to go around asking a bunch of GMs.
Exactly.
And if they say no, then I win?
Yes. And then you get to do a show about Taylor Swift.
Oh. Okay, no, I'm not taking this bet.
Me neither.
Okay.
Mainly because I don't want to walk around asking people this question.
No, because
if you take the bet, then you've got to actually go out and ask a bunch of people.
Yeah, see, there's a flaw with this game, if I may point it out to our producers, which is that we have to do more work if we take a bet. But let's see what the other rewards are. Let's see what they could maybe. I want to do one. Yeah, I want to do one. Before the end of Summer League, more than 2 all-star players will have been traded or signed to a new team.
Okay, so here's the problem. James Harden.
Yes.
Does he count?
I mean...
I'm getting a nod, yes, but James Harden was not an all-star this season.
No, but he has been.
Okay. Speaking of has-beens...
Yes?
You got so excited there for a second. What about a guy who's been an all-star like 10 years ago, but now he's just kind of a... John Wall, for instance.
That would not count.
Why wouldn't it count? John Wall was an all-star several times over, and now he's looking for a new team.
Okay, fine. That counts.
All right.
So do you want to take the bet?
What's the wager?
Okay.
What the wager is.
Are you willing to bet an apology to Chris Paul for everything you've ever said about him?
What have I said about Chris Paul?
What has he said about Chris Paul? Do you have tape?
There's more.
If you win... These are so dumb. If you win... Never have to apologize to any player ever again. If you lose, pucker up for CP3. What? It's to kiss Chris Paul on the cheek? How are we going to do that?
I don't
tell me how we're going to get... Tell me how Amin is going to kiss Chris Paul on the cheek.
Puckering up, I guess, and leaning in ever so gently. I don't know. Here's the part.
Yeah.
Amin never has to apologize. When am I apologizing to players?
Have you ever said you're sorry in your entire life?
Yeah, when you play the game. Sorry.
Let's play that. Let's play basketball
version. It's a lot better than bet the show. I'm not taking that bet because I just don't like. You don't
want to kiss Chris Paul.
I don't want to apologize. I don't apologize anyway. Like, thank you for giving. Oh, if you win the bet, you're allowed to drink water for the rest of it. Oh, thanks, guys. That was really in question there.
Okay.
Here's the bet. The San Antonio Spurs will win the Summer League championship. Now, this is a bet. Here we go. All right.
All right. Now we're cooking with gas.
Yeah. The wager. Are you willing to bet the graphics budget? If you win, we get splashy, explosive graphics that would make George Lucas jealous. If you lose, we get a box of crayons and some paper, not even Crayolas. So they're going to get bargain brand.
Like gas station crayons?
that are all broken. The ones that they get, when you go to
Yes.
a pediatrician's office, they got the crayons and they've all been through hell.
Yep.
Here's the problem with this. I don't believe you. I don't believe we're going to get a fancy graphics package. And in terms of crayons and paper, isn't that what we're dealing?
Yeah, that's what we
you
have
seen
already.
Look at that logo. That wasn't made like on Photoshop or something. That's just crayons right
No, that's
there.
our producer's handwriting put into Adobe Illustrator.
Yes.
So, well, do you think they're going to win Summer League?
I mean, it's a cool bet, so I think I will take
I think you should take it.
I said no, but I think they won't win Summer League. So
Oh.
we said we can't. See, this is the problem with this game. It's like I can't.
So if they don't win, take the bet. Take the say they won't win Summer League, and then we're going to choose what the reward will be and what our producers will have to do if you are correct and the Spurs don't win Summer League.
I don't know what you just said.
Okay,
Let's
right.
move right along.
All right.
Next one.
Okay. Bet. This
Why are you
I don't
getting
wanna
you're
read
getting the
this.
fun ones? I like mine are really dry.
Bet we will see Zion's sex tape before we see him on the court again.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, what is this?
What kind of show are we
I
doing?
don't even.
here?
I didn't want to read that. Rewind me. Take that out.
I didn't want to hear it. What's the wager though? Let me see.
Are you willing to bet your key light? If you win, what is a key? Like a light on your
Whoa,
keychain?
whoa. Don't ask questions.
Sorry.
We already saw what the premise was.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Why not? Key light is something you get in.
I feel gross. Stop. Shh. Stop. If you win, better lighting will take 10 years off of you. If you lose, you do the show in darkness. No. What?
Like they'll turn off the lights. Are we actively trying to do a bad?
We're
hold
done
on.
with this.
Are
We're
we
done with
actively
this
trying
one.
to do a bad show? That's my question. That's what it looks
Okay.
like.
This is all right. Before the start of the season, Damian Lillard will no longer be a Portland Trailblazer. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I don't believe you when you say endless pizzas, by the way. I just want to point this out to our producers. It says endless pizzas with endless toppings. I think this is a lie.
I want 10,000 pizzas.
Right, with a billion toppings. That's endless, right?
I want 10,000 pizzas, and I want each of them to have a whole tin of caviar on it. If the aces go back to back.
I want the pizza to be dwarfed by the number of toppings on top of it.
Yes.
So I want the pizza to be this high, but then the toppings beyond the size of my head.
And it can't be arugula, because that's a cop out.
That'll be a Rugal awakening. What was it, bet?
Before the start of the season, Damian Lillard will no longer be a Portland Trailblazer.
Okay.
Wager. Are you willing to bet the show's wardrobe budget? I just bought so many new clothes for myself. Was there money for that? Okay.
I'm wearing
if you win, double the budget. Amin's wearing basketball shorts. If they need him to go play, he could be called up.
That's the laziest joke ever. Number one.
Sorry.
If you wear basketball sneakers, maybe you're gonna get called up.
Yeah, that's my hope.
Or maybe you wear Air Force Ones. Maybe Nelly's gonna call you to be in the reboot of the video.
Also, something I wouldn't hate.
What I was gonna say is
sorry.
I don't think I've worn a shirt this week that I paid for.
Really?
These have all been not from the show. This is all
not our show.
These are all merch giveaways and stuff like that. I like wearing free clothes.
Free clothes?
Yeah, which is what this wager is implying, that we get free clothes from the show.
Yeah.
But I haven't gotten a single stitch of clothing from this show.
Well, if we lose, we have to wear a Clippers Chris Paul jersey for a week. You know what? I'm going to take this bet. I'm taking this bet. I think that Damian Lillard will not be a Portland Trailblazer by the time the season starts.
A lot of Chris Paul skewed content here. What are we doing?
I will take that bet, though.
Are you guys? Is he on the take?
The take?
Hollywood is on the take. There's a book coming out. This is a promo thing, isn't it?
Oh, man. Have our producers been
compromised?
Yeah.
Compromat, as they say in international espionage.
Oh,
yeah.
my God. Well, I'm
so.
taking this bet.
All
and
right.
if Dame is...
No, see, look.
What?
Let me read this.
Yeah.
Right? Are you willing to bet the show's wardrobe budget? If you win, double the budget. What's double zero, Charlotte? You just fell for the oldest trick in the book.
I hate how hard everybody's laughing back there. I thought I was better than this.
Somehow I didn't.
Thank you so much for watching Oddball.
Are we still in Las Vegas?
Oh my God.